Big news that we're tracking as far as Arvind Kejriwal is concerned. Let's tell you how clearly trouble is mounting for Arvind Kejriwal because the Central Bureau of Investigation has arrested Kejriwal in the liquor excise policy scam. In fact, sources suggesting that the CBI to seek 5 days custody of Arvind Kejriwal. This is, of course, in the excise policy case, one setback after another for Arvind Kejriwal. Bhavatosh, my colleague, joins me for more. Bhavatosh, very good afternoon. Clearly, with the fact that this is a clear indication of trouble mounting for the Delhi Chief Minister. Having said that, sources indicating that the CBI is looking to seek 5 days of custody. What are we picking up at the moment?
Good afternoon. CBI has formally arrested Arvind Kejriwal, and this obviously will lead to a war of words between Aam Aadmi Party and BJP. What has happened since last night is that CBI yesterday went and questioned Arvind Kejriwal inside Tihar jail and then brought him here at Rouse Avenue Court, seeking his custody. They questioned him inside the court also. They are formally seeking, in fact, informing the court about now scrapped excise policy 2021-2022. What they have told the court is that the South Group, they had paid kickbacks worth at least 100 crore rupees to Aam Aadmi Party, and they have said that they all stayed in a five-star hotel between March 14th and 17th and used the convention center. Now, what happened in the convention center is that they used a photocopier to Xerox the excise policy, in which the profit margin at that point of time was around 5%. Subsequently, the profit margin increased to 12%. According to CBI as well as Enforcement Directorate, this was done primarily after the kickbacks were paid, and CBI claims that the changes were made once there was an assurance that kickbacks of 100 crore rupees would be paid. Now, some of the accused in this case have turned approver, and that's what Aam Aadmi Party says, that these statements that have been extracted only after confession were extracted from them, whereas CBI has said that they have enough evidence to prosecute anyone who have been arrested in this case, including Manish Sisodia. This is coming at a time when the Delhi High Court accepted ED's plea, which had also said that the trial court order granting regular bail to Arvind Kejriwal should be stopped.
Right, Bhavatosh, in fact, as you get us, there's important developments of how this is a setback for him, considering the CBI has arrested him in the matter. But also picking up, as you take us through the legal proceedings of the remarks made to the CBI to the court, if you could help us draw more perspective on that front.
Well, as far as CBI is concerned, CBI has again reiterated that one of the brief notes that was submitted, which was in fact has not been given to CBI, is regarding the points that were raised by the legal luminaries. When this expert committee submitted its report to the group of ministers, there was a brief note that was submitted by the legal luminaries, which has said that there was no need to increase the profit margin and also no need to have liquor vends beyond those were existing in the capital. That note that was given, which was part of the expert committee, is still missing. CBI had in fact asked that note to be given to it way back in October 2022. This was mentioned even by the CBI in the remand note of Manish Sisodia, has also been mentioned in the charge sheet that has been filed against Manish Sisodia. What CBI has said, so far said while arguing for the remand of Arvind Kejriwal, is the fact that there has been deliberate destruction and disappearance of evidence only because Arvind Kejriwal as well as others know that evidence is being gathered by prosecuting agency against them, and that is the reason why this brief note has not been given to them.
Right, Bhavatosh, I appreciate you getting us everything that we had to know as far as this significant step is concerned and what essentially the remarks made by the central agency to the court is currently underway. But for now, we'd have to leave it at that. But let me take that same point across to my colleague Nikhil, who's also tracking this development for us. Nikhil, our colleague, of course, Bhavatosh, was taking us through those important points. But having said that, clear indication of how this is only trouble for the Delhi Chief Minister.
Well, clearly trouble for the Delhi Chief Minister just ahead of the assembly elections, which are all set to take place early next year. In the year 2025, January is the month where the elections are going to take place. So these couple of developments in context to the Arvind Kejriwal and the alleged liquor policy scam are taking place. And also the plea which was filed by the counsel from the side of the Arvind Kejriwal in the Supreme Court, that plea as well has been withdrawn given the new developments which have taken place, and now the CBI have formally shown his arrest before the court of law. He was produced before the Rouse Avenue Court special vacation bench, and we need to see as to how the legally things are going to take further, because the cases are being examined not just by the Enforcement Directorate but also from the side of the CBI as well. And this is for the very first time, Nivedna, that the Central Bureau of Investigation have formally arrested Delhi Chief Minister Arvind Kejriwal. So even if he get the bail on the account of the case currently happening from the side of the Enforcement Directorate, then there is next step as well on the second part. They also have to seek the bail from the side of the CBI as well. So a couple of developments have already taken place in this entire case, and clearly more trouble is likely to be mounted against Arvind Kejriwal. Back to you.
Right, Nikhil. In fact, as you draw perspective on that, looking at how this case has essentially panned out for him, because if we just rewind to what could have been or what it seemed like relief for him on Friday, that did not happen after the court proceedings. And now we're looking at the other central agency here, the CBI, clearly putting him in the dock. Overall, if we look at this particular situation now, it seems like there's no relief anytime soon.
Well, no relief anytime soon. This is the reason why we are saying that even if he gets the bail from Supreme Court in the case filed by the ED, then he have to also seek the bail in the matter which is currently being investigated by the Central Bureau of Investigation, which means like he is not going to walk out freely yet again anytime from the Tihar jail soon.
Right, Nikhil. Thank you very much for drawing more perspective as far as how now both these central agencies are only making the news stronger as far as this matter is concerned. But for the moment, we'd have to leave it